Autocraton. What is an autocrat? It is a man who governs himself, who treats his body, mind, soul, heart, and spirit like a commanding center, in discipline, in measurement, in delimitation and demarcation. It is a person who shapes himself according to reason, wisdom, discernment, and judgment. Now, whether that person is of low status or high status does not matter. Every form of government should start from people capable of governing themselves. And in this is preserved the divine mandate, the justice, and the ability to properly consolidate societies. Now, that is a rare specimen of a person, because if you can govern yourself, unlike people governed by the monkeys of their minds, thoughts, senses, emotions, and you can put it into a form of an order, you are already king-like, queen-like. In other words, only people that are capable of governing themselves splendidly, forcefully, inasmuch and directly proportionally to what they can govern within themselves, they are capable of governing the rest who are incapable of governing themselves properly, according to a certain prerogative. Now, how does it turn into metaphysical grounds? Only people who are capable of governing themselves are capable of rectifying the spirit, the daimon, the hegemon, into an autocratic spirit, and a light aristocratic spirit that is welcome in the house of the gods. So you need to be a bit of a philosopher, magician, politician, commander. If you cannot contain all of this, you are bound to waste your time on via regia or alchemical paths of the occult business. Now, occult was a bit of a luxurious enterprise in the past, and so it is now amongst the sways of masses and the New Age witchcraft, so to say. So a person who is capable of being a priest king is both a politician, an autocraton, and a magician and a priest to his gods. And whether he will fulfill his role in the position of power or in the position of a ritualist that is committed to his gods throughout lifetime, although deprived of status, deprived of power, networks, and command, does not matter in the metaphysical output zones. That means that you affirm life, the pleasantries of life, the suffering of life, and you reclaim something greater all the time. And the output is the self-governing spirit, the either hero, Agathos daimon, or a demigod that joins the procession of gods. Now, do not expect to be of war to heavens or the metaphysical realms in positions of command if you contribute no genius, no ideas, no self-command, no propensity towards the great expanses of the stars and the cosmos. Inasmuch as in the modern society you elevate morons and idiots who are incapable of governing their own minds, spitting out nonsense all over the place, inasmuch metaphysical realities and heavens scorn such idiots and decide to elevate among their ranks posthumously the ones who are capable of governing themselves. There is a concept akin to this in the Ernst Junger's writings, namely that of an anarch, a king of anarchists, that you may contain your empire within, but you move amongst politics, society, ideology, all the technical and scientific advances in a way that is perfectly self-contained. You don't afford to have likes or dislikes. You don't afford to have the preferences. You contain them within. Although you are perfectly adapted, chameleonize yourself in society, preserving this imperial prerogative, autocratic prerogative within. And we are not equal. In a perfect society, everyone finds their place according to what they truly are in essence. There is mobility according to the laws of change. But other than that, if you don't find your place in the society, if you keep on craving continuously for what the capitalist visions, dreams, and aims offer you, while you know that you won't achieve any of those chases, is keeping you in a loop of subservience to the idiots that govern the market and govern your dreams. So it is much better to create a citadel around your mind, around your soul, around your spirit, and furnish it with the gardens of Babylon, things of beatitude, things of virtue, things of greatness, things of nobility, because this is the only bridge to the gods. This is the only accepted currency here. Ideas of splendid things that are deified qualities compatible with the intelligible godhood, divinities. So perhaps I uttered this lecture as as a notion of consolation to the downtrodden and downcast who nevertheless preserve their nobility and their great visions within. They may be invited to their execution posthumously, influencing the fabric of society from above, from the metaphysical vector of affairs. The dead often rule over the living, and the living blindly follow the blind leaders that lead them into nothingness. So, hence, triumphant metaphysical stance. Memento mori, remember about death, invicti genie, the genius, the daimon, the hegemon, the spirit is intrepid, unvanquishable, and the true victor. Thank you.